my peeled potatoes. Not again. This is a Sans X light pink Soul Raider. Not the Fierce Soul, but you will see which soul it is. You are alone. No one wanted to be near you because of your pink soul. They thought it was another Fierce Soul. The other girl who had a hot pink soul was gone. They thought you were the next one. However, you were older than the girl who had a hot pink soul. Who had the hot pink soul. Your eyes went from eye color to light pink as well. You believed this yourself and grew sad. Your parents were afraid of you and left you 2 years ago. Rude. My nose, Jesus. You were 20, so you couldn't go to an orphanage. Why would I want an orphanage? You wandered the streets, getting hotel rooms out of pity. I don't need your pity. You got food out of pity as well. You were very kind and sweet, but when anyone saw your soul color, they would snap at you and threaten you. Rude. You never understood why. You were nothing like Betty. You were walking the street when you accidentally ran into someone. But ran, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, you apologized. It's fine, they say. My name is Frisk, they say. You freeze for a moment. You know them, sorry. The what? My name's YN. You greet kindly. Hey, I've never seen you on the streets before. Do you live here? Frisk axes. Not really. I don't exactly have a home. You say. Frisk gasps. Sketch. Okay. I know a place you can stay. Toriel will gladly accept you. To stay at her school. Frisk offers. Oh, no. It's okay, you say nervously. Frisk looks at you for a moment. What is your trait? They ask. You froze again. Kindness, you lie. What about your eyes? They ask. Just contact lenses. Really? You say quickly. Frisk nods. Now it's like a rapid beast. Please come with me. I don't want you on the streets without a home, they say. You give in and go with Frisk. You arrive at the school and greet Toriel. You didn't make eye contact. You grew more nervous by the minute. She asked your soul trait and why your eyes were like that. 'Cause they're natural. Oh, stretch. That hurts. You answered the same as when you talked to Frisk. May I see your soul, my child? She asks. You asks. Jesus. You flinch and shake your head. No. I just don't like it when people see it. You say. She looks at you worriedly before nodding. Frisk introduced you to the rest of the crew who were at school. Sans eyed you suspiciously. Wow. Rude much. Almost glaring at you. You could tell he didn't trust you one bit. But I'm not one bit. I'm a whole bit. You sat while the others talked. Sans kept staring at you. Creep. Suddenly there was a bing, bing sound, and you froze stiff. Your soul had been summoned. There was your light pastel pink soul floating in front of you. Everyone stopped and stared and gasped. You got up and summoned your soul back and ran. You didn't get far before a blue aurora. Aurora. There we go. What do I mean, aurora? Surround you. You were shivering. I knew it. Another fear soul. Sans seethed. You felt pressure on you from all sides, like Sans was trying to crush you. You cry out, Sans, stop! Frisk yells. Why? Why the heck? Why the heck do you want me to stop? We need to kill her. Rude. I'm still right here. Rudeness. He yells. You froze again. He wanted to kill you. But so did everyone you meet when they saw your soul. Her soul was a lighter pink. Betty's was a dark pink. Frisk says. So? Sans growls. I was killed once, Frisk, and I won't be again. Wow, let's bring that up again. Oh, crap. Crud. Let's test it to see if it's something else, Toriel says. Sans growls but nods. Fine, he seethes. You were held captive in a blue power until everyone got to Gaster's lab. You were still shivering. You were shivering still. There we go. Gaster, we need you to find out the trait of this soul, Sans says. Gaster sees your pink soul, and his eyes flare up. Rude. Me did nothing to you. You have no reason to hate me. Jesus. I know bad experience, but seriously. Imagine when Betty was her sister. Imagine if Betty was the reader's sister. I'd be so triggered. I'd be so triggered to find out that she was actually a fear soul. Of course, he growls. Didn't know he was a dog. You were roughly pinned down as a needle draws some of your trait. You flinch and cry out. You were thrown to the floor. You didn't move. Frisk and Toriel glared at Sans. After 15 minutes of scanning, what Gaster saw shocked him. This is not a fear soul, he says. Hello. Everyone gave him a look of shock. But how? What trait is it? Excuse me. Sans asked. Papyrus, Undyne, Alphys, and Asgore arrived by now. This soul is a love soul. Why? Why does it be love? I've read this one before, and why does it have to be love? Gaster says. It's a new trait, Papyrus exclaims. Yes, it's a lighter pink symbolizing the opposite of fear, Gaster explains. Of course you would know that. He's a scientist. You were sobbing on the floor. Your soul then drains of color and becomes gray with a new crack running through it. This broke everyone's heart. Or soul, I mean. Sans felt like Sans felt like crap. Oh, why? YN? Frisk asked, calling out your name. Why does everyone hate me? What did I do to make everyone hate me? Exist? I have to say it slow at first. I have to read the stutters slow. Oh shoot. You sobbed. This caused everyone to gasp. You broke. You got up and ran past everyone, then faster than ever. Not even Sans could catch you. You ran as fast as you could. Are you serious? It's not even over. I'm not saying I would. I would like that. As you could. Cut away from... Gosh dang. From everyone. I'll get the police to help find her. Undyne says, Sans' eyelights were out. What? Why is that like your favorite word for a skeleton? You ran into a building and climbed up the stairs to the roof. You sat and cried. You weren't sure how long you were there. You ended up falling asleep. The next morning you woke up and someone shouting, "Police!" and had came to the roof. You got up and backed away, panicking. The police shot a small dart at you. Rude! You then passed out. Typical. You wake up in a soft bed. You had a slight headache too. The memories suddenly came back to you. You sat up and quickly went. And when you did, the door opened and Toriel came in. You scooted back, panicking and breathing heavily. It is okay. It is okay, my child. Do not panic. Frickin', why does he... Did I just misgender Toriel? I'm so sorry. First comes in after then Sans. First gives you a look of worry and Sans a look of guilt. You felt like you couldn't breathe. Your eyes were wide and you hyperventilated. You began to shake as well. You then squeezed your eyes shut and turned your head away. Tears ran down your face. Please. Please. Why do I keep messing up? Don't hurt me. There we go. You whimpered. You whimper. Toriel slowly makes her way to the side of your bed. Slide up to the side of the bed. Sorry, I got bored of having to deal with that every time I looked up. My child, we will not hurt you. I assure you, we are deeply, there we go, sorry for what happened. Toriel said. Toriel was motherly, but so was your mom. But before she abandoned you. Frisk was like a friend. that also abandoned you. And Sans, he was like all those other people who wanted you dead. Get, get, get away from me, you say. Sans left the room, and so did Toriel. Frisk was left. Go away, you sniffle. Am I rude or something? Yan, we want to help you. Why? I'm a fierce soul, remember? You say harshly. You should just get rid of me. Oh, jeez. You say quietly. No, you're not. You're a love soul, they say. No, I'm not. I'm a pink soul, a fierce soul. You mutter. Gaster's readings were different for you. You're a new trait. Why do I have to be a new trait? Why can't it just be like a normal trait? I'm a little normal trait. You stay silent. Frisk sighs and leaves. Toriel comes back in. You ignore her. My child, please, let us help you. Toriel says calmly. You continue to ignore her. Where are your parents, my child? She asks. As soon as she did, you burst out crying. Oh, sadness. Toriel rested a paw on your shoulder. You end up telling her what happened and hugging her. Toriel assured you they would never something like that. Over time, one of the gang had to be with you during the day. And that was mostly Sans. You ignored him completely. You did build friendships with the others, though. Toriel was your new mom. Asgore was your new dad. Frisk and Papyrus became your best friends. Undyne was like your older sister along with Alphys. Gaster and Sans were nothing to you. You ignored the two. Okay, my throat. You were on the couch watching TV. It was Sans' turn to watch you. Knock, knock, Sans says. You ignore him. He sighs. Come on, kid. It's been 4 months. I'm sorry, Sans says. Your soul and eyes were still gray, just like Tord's. You haven't found your spark to ignite the love back in your soul. You flip the channels with a blank expression. Sans was having one heck of a bad time. Oh, shoot. Over the months, he had grown to love you. Ironic, huh? You saw your kind and gentle personality towards the others and could only wish you acted the same to him. It hurt, having the one he loved completely ignore him and hate him. Isn't that like what you call a yandere a little? Having to be ignored by your senpai. He door opened. He door opened, and Frisk and Papyrus were home. Your face lit up, and you got up and ran to hug them. Welcome home, guys. Oh, my ear. Shoot. You say with a bright smile. Yan, hello. It is so good to see you again. See you happy. Again. Jesus Christ. My ear. I read this before and I kept the mistaking that in my head. Papyrus cheers. Sans turns and slinks to his room. Poor Sans. There was a small twinge in your soul, somewhat of guilt. You ignored it, though. That night, you couldn't help but think of Sans. You remembered the way he... Give me a minute. Sorry. You remembered the way he acted around others. He was so chill and calm. Funny too. It took everything you had not to laugh. Did you? No. You couldn't. He tried to kill you. Also happening that night, Sans was having a nightmare. In his nightmare, he ended up hurting you badly, then killing you, and then finding out you were a love soul. It broke him. He woke up sweating and crying. Sans threw the blankets off himself and ran to your room. He opens the door slowly. You were still awake, lying in the bed. You sat up and looked at Sans with a blank expression. You swung your legs off the side of the bed, sitting on the side of the door bed. Sitting on the side of the bed, facing away from the door. Sans walked around and stood in front of you, crying quietly. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have assumed so quickly. I had a nightmare. You died, but by my I kept my getting wrong in my head too. By my hands. That day that I found out you weren't a fierce soul. Cried and fell to his knees. He rested his arms on your lap, his head resting on his arms as he cried harder. I'm so sorry. So sorry. He repeated himself twice. Wow. Oh, God. He cried. Something urged you to forgive him. He was so genuine about his apology. You thought for a moment before resting your hand on his skull gently, finally ready to accepting to forgive him. At the moment, as soon as your hand was placed on his skull, actually, a light pink flash appeared around you. Your eyes and soul were once again light pink. I forgive you, Sans, you say gently, stroking his skull. He looked up at you, blue tears streaming down his face, and placed your hand on his cheek and wiped them away with your thumb gently. Sans smiled and leaned into your touch. I should have been easier on you. You were only scared for your friends because of the last pink soul, the fear soul, you say. You guide Sans to stand up. You both hugged close. It was warm. It was a warm, comforting hug. When Sans had calmed down, you walked him back to his room and said goodnight. The next day, you visited Gaster and forgave him. 2 weeks later, Sans confessed his love for you, which you accepted. 7 months later, you both were still together. You were making cupcakes when Sans walked in. He rested his head on your shoulder. You smelled delicious, sweetheart. Oh, the kind of the nicknames. Ooh, the back section. I have shivers. You should start your own bakery. Yo, friends. I have to text them, but not now. You blush. Oh, you say, and finished icing the rest of the cupcakes. Sans grabs one quickly and begins to eat it. Frickin' Sans. Gonna wait till they were actually properly done. Hey, you say. Sans smirks and enjoys the cupcake. He practically inhaled it and ran. You chased him around the couch before he fell onto the couch and brought you down with him. You both laugh and look into each other's eyes and share a sweet kiss. I love you, YN, Sans says. I love you too, Sans. The cringe. To read this as fast as I can so I can ignore something. You reply. You and Sans cuddle and watch TV. Sans nuzzles your neck as you relax against him. Nothing could be better. And I am done. Finally.